The following is a special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And sadly, for the third time in the case of 7 days, we get to do a tribute game. Don't mind paying tribute. That's why we did the replays. But today, we pay tribute to the late Lou Brock. And trying to figure out where to go with trying to pay tribute to Lou is tough because as a stolen base aficionado and someone with 3,000 hits, there really wasn't any, there's no 4 home run game for Brock, and there's no real magic of what to do. And so I went through his best year, actually, OPS plus wise, was 1964, which was the year that he was traded from the Cubs to the Cardinals for Ernie Broglio. And so I thought, maybe I'll do a Cubs-Cardinal game from 64. And so that's what I chose. The Cubs made their first trip to St. Louis after the trade the week of August 4th, 5th, and 6th, 1964. And so I chose a Thursday afternoon, August 6, 1964, to play. He had, I think, went 2 for 4. At a particular game, it had a bunt. But the other reasons why I went with it, A, because Brock just tore it up in 64 for the Cardinals, and B, Bob Gibson's on the mound. You can't go wrong with that. As far as I know, Gibson and Broglio didn't pitch against each other. That's really what I was looking for, was Brock versus Broglio. And the deciding factor is the catcher for St. Louis, Bob Uecker. So we go back to August 6, 1964, a hot, windy, and I mean windy day in St. Louis, kind of like the way it is out here now. In real life, 89 degrees, and winds blowing out to right center at 25 as the Cardinals and the Cubs battle right here on Retro Sports Network. And so one Bob Gibson takes the mound. Bob went 19-12 in 1964. Remember, the Cardinals won the World Series. They were the survivors of the Philadelphia Phillies' ultimate collapse in the last 10 days of the year. And the Cardinals won not only the National League, but beat the Yankees in the World Series to end that dynasty. Gibson was the Cy Young Award winner in 68 and the MVP in 68, and won the Cy Young in 70. In 64, he made 36 starts, went 19-12 with a save, and an ERA of 3.01. Throws a hard fastball, never dinging against him, at 94, and does not favor the fly ball or the ground ball. And the lineup he'll face for the Cubs, Joey Amalfitano was at second base. He'll lead off. That's not Roger Clemens batting second in right field, but it is a Clemens nonetheless. Billy Williams will be in left. He'll go third. Ron Santo cleans up at third base. Ernie Banks at first will bat fifth. Joe Cowan is in center. He'll bat sixth. Bertel behind the plate. He'll go seventh. Rogers, I think it's Buck Rogers, is a shortstop, will bat eighth, and Dick Ellsworth is on the mound batting ninth. He should throw about 135 pitches. Defensively for the Cardinals, Lou Brock, the man that we're honoring today, a 6-5 in the left. Kurt Flood, a 10-9 in center, and Mike Shannon. Yep, that Mike Shannon is talking your ear off in right field. He's a 6-7. Kenny Boyer is a 9 at third. Dick Grote, Dr. Strangeglove, is a 7 at short. Julian Javier is a 9 at second, and Bill White is a 10 at first. Phil Rizzuto is paying attention to this game, of course, as he crosses the GW Bridge. And behind the plate, Bob Uecker, who is a 5-5. That is not bad. Might not be able to hit, but he wasn't horrible either. And Gibby is an 8 on the mound with a 909 fielding percentage. So, Amalfitano, 241 for the Cubs in 64, 4 homers, and 27 RBI. And the ball game begins by him. Well, he must have dug in because Joey got hit. Gibson snarls on the 1-2, and there's nobody out for Doug Clemens, who obviously used to play for the Phillies. He's at 279, 2 homers, and 12 RBI. Gibson, never really a relaxed sort on the mound anyway. Bit upset. Pitches to Clemens is a fly ball to right. Shannon is there. He'll make the catch, and Joey retreats back to first. 1 out for Billy Williams. Pretty good middle of the lineup for the Cubs. It's 3 Hall of Famers. Williams at .312, 33 homers, and 98 RBI. Cardinals have 3 Hall of Famers in their lineup too. 4, as a matter of fact, but not for reasons that you think. Pitch to Williams. Popped up. Euchre behind the plate. Takes off the mask. Makes the great play against the screen. So 2 out for Ronnie Santo. Santo at .313, 30 homers, 13 triples, and 114 RBI. Pitch to Santo is a fly ball to left field. Brock will pick it up. Amalfitano goes to third. Santo will hold with a single. Gibby's mood has turned from sour to nasty. And that'll bring up Ernie Banks, who could even bring a smile to Bob's face at .264, 23 homers, and 95 RBI. Didn't realize that the Cubs had shifted Banks to first as early as 64. Ernie lines this one to center. Flood will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Half an inning in the books. Cubs nothing. Here come the Cardinals. Dick Ellsworth, 36 starts for the Cubs in 64. Used to pitch for the Phillies. He went 14 and 18 in real life with an ERA of .375. Fastball pitcher at 86, and he favors the fly ball. And with the wind blowing out to right center at 25, that might be a dangerous proposition today. 257 innings, 267 hits, 34 home runs allowed. 71 walks and 148 strikeouts. Here's a lineup that he'll face. Curt Flood, who I never remember playing for the Indians, is in center field. He'll lead it off. Lou Brock came over from these Cubs. Will bat second and play left. Dick Grote at short will hit third. Kenny Boyer short and hit third. Kenny Boyer cleans up at third. Bill White at first will bat fifth. Mike Shannon in right will go sixth. Julian Javier at second will bat seventh. Mr. Baseball Bob Euchre catches and will go eighth. And Gibson, who threw 22 pitches in the top half of the first, will go ninth. Defensively for Chicago, Billy Williams is a 6 and a 6 in left. Cowan is a 5 and a 3 in center. Clemens is a 6 and 9 in right. Ron Santo a 10 at third. Rogers a 6 at short. Amalfitano is a 5 at second. Banks a 6 at first. Bertella 4 and a 5 behind the plate. And Ellsworth an 8 on the mound with a .922 fielding percentage. Curt, 311, 5 homers, and 46 RBI. The perfect leadoff hitter. Ground ball to Rogers, over to Banks, 1 out. And so here's Brock. They'll play for the bunt. And it's kind of ironic that the default picture in my pack for Brock is with the Cubs, because obviously people know him from the Cardinals, unless you're from the north side. Brock with the Cardinals, 348, 12 homers, and 44 RBI. He stole 33 bases. He will not bunt, and he strikes out. He goes down looking on a 1-2, and that's the second out for Grote. 292, 1 homer, and 70 RBI. Grote, of course, a big part of that 60 Pirates World Series winner. And he slaps that one into left center field. Cowan will pick it up, and the Cardinals have a hit. Kenny Boyer at 295, 24 homers, and 119 RBI. And with Flood and Brock in front of him, you can understand why he would drive in that many. Throw to first, Grote back. That's not the one you got to watch out for. This, by the way, is Sportsman's Park, the last version of it before the Cardinals moved into the heart of downtown into Bush. Pitch to Boyer. Ball 4. So Grote on second, Boyer on first for Bill White at 3:03. 21 homers and 102 RBI. There's absolutely no word how many cannolis White ate in 1964. He made up for it from 1971 to 1988. Pitch to Bill. There's a little ground ball to Rogers in front of on the grass. Bang banger to first, and White beat it out. So the Cardinals have them loaded, 2 out. Grote on third, Boyer on second, and White on first for Mike Shannon. These are the exact lineups, by the way, from August 6th, 64. Shannon at 261, 9 homers, and 43 RBI. Has a chance to bring home a couple here. The pitch from Ellsworth. Popped up, left side. That's going to get further than I thought. Williams, actually it's a fly ball, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Cardinals, 2 hits, no runs, no errors. They leave them loaded after 1. No score. It's Billy Cowan from the Phillies. Cowan at 241, 19 homers and 50 RBI. So Gibson wants a better inning here in the second. Struck him out. 3-2 fastball just below the bell at 96. There was a bit of a grunt there. Euchre shakes his own hand. 1 away for Dick Bertel, the catcher. Dick at 238, 4 homers and 35 RBI. Pitch from Gibson. Ball 4. Let me grab a drink here. So Andre Rogers. I got that completely wrong. Andre at 239. 12 homers and 46 RBI. Bertel on first. Struck him out. Got him swinging on a 1-2 fastball. And that's 2 for Gibson. And that'll bring up the pitcher Ellsworth. Not much of a hitter. 0-46. With an RBI. He went 4 for 84 and struck out 43 times on the year. Pitch to Ellsworth. Good night. He swung on and dove at a 1-2 breaking ball, and Gibson takes care of the side. No runs, a hit. The Cubs leave a runner on. No errors. Bottom 2, no score. And that wind is blowing out to right at 27. About where Clemens is standing out there. He's getting a full whiff of the hot dogs and the cigars. This was a day game in real life, too. Javier, Euchre, and Gibson. Julian at 241, 12 homers, and 65 RBI. Ellsworth starts the inning, a ground ball up the middle, Amalfitano over to Banks, 1 away. So here's Euchre at 198, a home run. Was that the year he hit it off of Koufax? Imagine that. Imagine having to do every alumni game ever, and Sandy did a few, and to have Euchre come up to you. I mean, Euchre couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with a baseball bat. And say, yep, I hit a home run off of you. He drove in 6, by the way. And he sends this one into right. Clemens, 2 out. For Gibson. Not a bad hitter. 156, no homers, and 4 RBI. Ellsworth. Ground ball to short. Rogers over to Banks, and that will retire the side. So the Cardinals go quietly in the second. We go to the third. Never mind the word ticker. There's nothing else going on. No score. So Gibby, through 9 batters, 2 innings, and 44 pitches. A hit batsman, a walk, and he has struck out 3. Amalfitano got hit by a pitch to start the game. Joey tries to dig in, but Gibson gives him the look of a stern father, telling his 2-year-old, put the finger paints away. That's not what you do with it. Pitch to Joey is a base hit left center field. That's going to be one of those Texas League bloop jobs. And Joey's on with a single. for Doug Clemens, who's 0 for 1. Wind now blowing straight out to right. Which is funny because, the lefties, by the way, have a plus 90% chance extra of a home run. Someone gets a hold of one, such as Brock or White for the Cardinals, Clemens, Williams, and maybe even Ellsworth for the Cubs. They're loving life. Pitch to Clemens. Here's a ground ball to Javier, and Julian can't make the play. It bounces into right field. And Gibson's mood has turned from angry back to angry and surly. So, here's Williams. He's 0 for 1. No score. Third inning. Cubs and Cardinals playing tribute from 1964 to Lou Brock. Pitch to Williams is a fly ball to right, but Shannon will track it down. Amalfitano will hold at second. 1 out for Santo. Ronnie, wearing a hat that's much too big for him, singled his first time up. Gibson from the stretch. Base hit right center field. Flood will pick it up. Amalfitano will score. Clemens goes to third. And the Cubs lead 1-0. For Ernie Banks. Smiling all the way. Clemens on third. Santo on first. 1 out. And there's a fly ball left center. That should be deep enough to score Clemens. Flood will track it down, makes the catch, throws it in the infield, and the Cubbies lead 2-0. For Billy Cowan, who struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Got him! Gibson snarls and gets Cowan to swing and miss. Had a full count fastball. But the Cubs get 2 runs on 2 hits and an error. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Chicago. So Flood, a hero in his own right, 0 for 1. Brock and Grote to follow. Flood, base hit right center field. Kind of a lazy little looper that dropped in front of Clemens. And now I'll bring up Brock, who struck out his first time up. First ball game I ever went to, which is, I almost did that game at the end of Brock's career, August 9th of 77. Lou Brock stole a base. I'm not sure what it meant as far as records are concerned, because he'd already busted Ty Cobb's all-time stolen base record. And RJ518, I think, is doing that game. That's not me. But one of those things, because it was mainly for newspapers, that they had Brock steal the bag again so the pictures could grab whatever it would be for both the St. Louis and the New York papers the next day. Pitch to throw to first, Flood back. Brock hit lefties at a 286 clip with the Cardinals in 64. And he strikes out. There you go. Your own ball game, and you strike out twice. So Ellsworth gets him on a 1-2 cutter, 1 out for Grote. Dick singled his first time up. Off of Dick. There's a ground ball to Rogers. Andre to second for 1. Amalfitano will have to hold on. And there's 2 out for Boyer. Kenny walked his first time up. Ellsworth. Left field, Williams, no. And somebody from East St. Louis made that catch. Good-sized crowd here. Cardinals chasing the Phillies, of course, in the middle of August. 91 degrees out right now. And the Cubs are waiting for the Bears to play. 2-2 to Boyer. Ball 4. So the Cardinals got something cooking here for Bill White. And if someone can take advantage of a 27-mile-an-hour wind out to right field, it's Billy White. Ellsworth's pitch into right field. Back goes Clemens, and that is going to be caught to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the fourth. It's still 2-0 Cubs. So Bertel, Rogers, and Ellsworth to face Gibson here in the fourth. Dick walked his first time up. Pitch from Gibson. Ground ball to short. Grote deep in the hole. On the grass. Throws to first. They got him. He may have been Dr. Strange glove, but he had the strange range there. The radar was locked in. And that'll bring up Andre Rogers, who struck out his first time up. Gibson is with 4. There's a base hit, center field. Going to get past Flood. Rogers will go into second, sliding safe. So 2-0 Cubs, and Rogers in scoring position. Jack Brickhouse in the WGN booth has got to be laughing. Ellsworth struck out his first time up. White and Boyer play for the bunt. Ellsworth swings back to Gibson, over to White for the out. Rogers will hold 2 away. So 18 batters deep for Gibby. 79 pitches. 3 2/3 innings. 4 hits. A walk and 4 strikeouts. Amalfitano has singled and scored. Reached on, or got hit by a pitch too. You know who's in the Cardinal booth, right? Jack Buck and Harry Carey. Pitch to Amalfitano. Struck him out. Gibby got him to swing and miss at a 2-2 curve. Halfway to Ferguson. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Cubs. So Shannon, Javier, and Euchre to face Ellsworth here in the 4th. So you got Harry Carey in the middle of his great run as a Cardinal announcer, working with Jack Buck on KMOX St. Louis. Station that you can hear in most of the country still at night. Pitch to Shannon. Here's a slow roller down to Rogers. That's a bang-banger to first. Banks gets his foot on the bag, but not in time. And so Shannon has an infield single. And that'll bring up Javier, who's 0 for 1. We're going to hits and or runs here, as the Cardinals trying to get something going with the bottom of the lineup up. Runner goes. Javier, ground ball to Banks. He only has 1 play, and that's at first. Shannon goes to second. And so the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position, 1 out for Euchre, who, not surprisingly, is 0 for 1. Someone should have told Bob, and it must be 66 or 67 Topps card here, to keep your mouth closed when you're posing for your baseball card picture. Gibson to follow, then Flood. There's a ground ball to Santo. Shannon goes back to second. Banks has it for the out, and there's 2 out for Gibby, who's going to have to hit. Oh, you know what? I hit and run by accident because I forgot to move the mouse back over. That's why Shannon was moving. Uncle Ron got away with that. Here's Gibson. Struck him out. So Ellsworth is living the life of Riley here. No runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the 5th. Still 2-0 Cubs. Is the Cubs really going to win 2 tribute games in a row? I mean, they beat Seaver this week. Here's Doug Clemens. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the 3rd and scored. By the way, both of the runs the Cubs have that Gibson's allowed have been unearned. Pitch to Clemens. Up the middle, and that will fly past Javier, and that's the 5th hit for the Cubs. So Billy Williams is 0 for 2. Gibson, ground ball foul, third base side, and the count moves to full at 3-2. This is not going to be a CG for Gibby. Pitch count already very high at 92. From the stretch. Little ground ball to Grote. His only throw is to first. Williams is running, and he beat it out. So death by 1,000 paper cuts for Gibby. And that'll bring up Santo, who has singled twice. and driven in a run. Pitch from Gibson. Struck him out. He got him to swing and miss at an 87-mile-an-hour changeup. And there's one out for Banks, who's 0 for 1 with a sac fly. That came in the third. And there's a fly ball to Brock in left. That'll stay in the yard. Lou will make the catch. Clemens will hold. 2 out for Cowan, who was struck out twice. 6 for Gibson. Got to make it 7. So we got him on the outside corner. Cowan throws the bat in disgust. Gibson pumps his fist. We're halfway home. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Cubs 2, Cardinals nothing. Since this is only a YouTube game, if you're skimming around looking for the highlights, go back to the third. Ron Santos singled home a run to make it 1-0, and Ernie Banks with the sac fly to make it 2-0. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Cubs. Ellsworth, 4-hitter through 4. He has struck out 3. Gibson, a 6-hitter through 5 and 2 unearned runs, and has struck out 7, but he's worked harder. He's already thrown 24 batters and 106 pitches. So Ellsworth, 69 pitches, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts through 18 batters. Will face Flood. He's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Cubs have left 7 on, the Cardinals 6. Little ground ball to Santo over to first across the way, 1 out. Here's Brock again. They're playing for the bunt, so we won't give it to him. Lou has not taken the bat off the shoulders yet. He's 0 for 2. Lou is one of the 2 Hall of Famers I've met. And ironically, it came at Fenway Park. Pitch to Brock. Struck him out. 1-2 fastball right down Broadway. And Brock has struck out for the 3rd time today. We'll talk about Brock the next time he's up. The greatest hits of Bison Men. Here's Grote. Dick is 1 for 2. 2 out, bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Cubs. Line drive past Amalfitano, and the Cardinals have a 2-out single for Boyer, who's walked twice. So Ellsworth has walked Boyer twice and struck out Brock 3 times. Boyer swings into right center field all the way to the wall. Kenny's digging for 2. The throw to Rogers from Clemens, not in time. And 2 out, and the tying run on second for Bill White. Bill is 1 for 2. Ellsworth deals. White into left center field. Grote will score. Boyer rounds third and will score. White has a 2-run single, and the Cardinals have tied this game at 2. So St. Louis rises as 1. Here's Shannon. He's 1 for 2. Ellsworth throws to first. White back. Here's again Shannon. And Mike in the left field. That's going to drop in front of Williams. White will scamper to third, and the Cardinals have runners on the corners and 2 out for Julian Javier, who is 0 for 2. So the Cardinals are in business. Brock might hit in the 6th. Let's hope he doesn't strike out again. Pitch from Ellsworth. Javier right back up the box. Ellsworth stabs it. Throws it to Banks, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. After 5, it's 2-2. So Gibby, maybe 1 more inning after this, but he's due up second. Well, he's hitting behind Euchre, so chances are, unless he runs out of pitches, he's going to pitch in the 7th. Bertel walked. He's 0 for 1. He hits this one to Grote in the hole, over to White, 1 out. Brings up Andre Rogers, who has doubled and struck out. Gibson from the wind. Got him! That's 8 for Bob. Full count, and Rogers chased and missed. So a good one there, and that'll bring up Ellsworth, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So Gibby should pitch the 7th now. Pitch to Ellsworth. Ground ball to Boyer. Great play by Kenny, almost on the grass. Over to first, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom 6, 2-2 the score. So Ellsworth, 86 through 5, has a while to go. Gibson probably will go 7, and that's it. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Cubs. They've left 7 on. 2 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Cardinals, and St. Louis has left 8 on. Pitch to Euchre. Into left field, Williams. 1 out. No, he dropped it! He dropped it! And Euchre reaches on the air. I don't know if he lost that in the wind, blowing out to right field. And that was an easy catch. And he just flat out blew it. So Gibby's going to square here. Throw to first, Euchre back. Euchre's laughing. Gibson's not. Gibson squares. Bunt is down. Bertel throws to first. Amalfitano's there. And it's a sacrifice 2-4 on the card. But Bob Euchre is the go-ahead run, and he's in scoring position. So 18 or 27 batters deep for Ellsworth. Only 5 in the 3rd innings. But just 89 pitches. 8 hits. Both the runs are earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 4. Flood is 1 for 3. And Brock on deck. Pitch to Flood. Here's a line drive right field. Going to drop in front of Clemens. Amalfitano should have made that stop. Euchre will score, and it's 3-2 St. Louis. So the Cardinals go out ahead for Brock, who's having a day that they love in Chicago. So, Old Timers Day 89 at Fenway Park. And it's Carl Yastrzemski's first time back at Fenway since he retired. Bill Lee's in left field. Kurt Flood was actually there, which I was delighted to see on the alumni team. And one of the players playing against the Red Sox in the Old Timers game was one Lou Brock. And sure enough, he wore that red coat. Always proud of being a Cardinal, Lou. And so after the game, we're waiting. I'll go on camera and tell this story. It's a tribute game. And so after the game, we're waiting to go to the Twin store across from Fenway. This was 89. Kentucky Derby Day, as a matter of fact. And so the bus pulls up. And people start getting off. And my mother, and I'm going with my mom and dad. Mom says, aren't those some of the alumni players? And it was. And so Lou Brock, you could tell that coat a mile and a quarter away, comes up to me in the chair and gives me a great big grin. Oh my goodness, a great big grin. And hands me, and I don't have it anymore, a Cardinal keychain, which was nice. My uncle was a huge Cardinal fan, so I've nothing against St. Louis. But to get something from Lou Brock was even cool. And he must have been invested in the company because it was one of the early novelty items that actually played a tune. Must have had an integrated chip in it. And so when you press the button by the Cardinal logo or the Cardinal logo, it played Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And so that's my personal Lou Brock story. Thank you. Hopefully I thanked him then. But thank you. That really was something that I'll always remember and cherish. All right, don't strike out here, Lou. You're 0 for 3. You've whiffed 3 times. Ellsworth deals. Brock is hit. So Brock does his best version of Homer Simpson. He still can't take the bat off the shoulder. I was trying to get him to steal a base. Can't do it. Runners on first and second. For Grote, who's 2 for 3, Dick has singled twice and scored. 3-2 Cardinals in the bottom of the 6th, 1 out. And there's a fly ball to left. Williams will have it go foul. And the count is full. 3-2. Ellsworth delivers. Into left field. Williams will come in. He'll ride the Schwinn, make the catch. Flood will hold at second. And there's 2 out for Boyer, who has doubled and scored. He has walked twice and is 1 for 1. Amalfitano, Clemens, and Williams to face Gibby in the 7th. Snap throw to first, and Brock is back. Boyer. So I said drove in 119 for the Cardinals in 64. In the left, Williams tracks it down and makes the catch. So the Cardinals strand 2, but they get the go-ahead run with Bob Uecker. A run, a hit, and 1 error. The Cardinals have left 10 on after 6. St. Louis 3, Chicago 2. Amalfitano, Clemens, and Williams to face Gibson here in the 7th. 27 batters deep for Gibby. 119 pitches, 6 innings, 6 hits, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. Both the Cub runs are unearned. Into right center, Shannon running, and makes a great running catch. He almost had to dive for it. 1 out. That wind blowing out to right at 27. And it's 94 degrees. It is a warm summer day in St. Louis. Here's Clemens. He's 1 for 3. He has singled and scored a run. That came in the 3rd. Ball 4. So, full count. Gibson was walked 2. Rubs up the baseball. Uecker would go out and talk to him, but Uecker wants to have all of his limbs back with him when he gets back behind the plate. Billy Williams is 1 for 3. Here's a base hit, left center field. Brock will pick it up. Clemens goes to 3rd, and the Cubs have runners on 1st and 3rd. And 1 out for Santo. Johnny Keane talks to Gibby. Gibby says, and that'll do. Bob Humphreys will come in. Gibson has had enough on a warm day. 134 pitches. It told me he may be tired, and he can still get the win. Humphreys is 2-0 with 2 saves and a 2.51 ERA. He threw 28 times for the Cardinals in 64. He is a fly ball plus pitcher, and the fastball tops out at 92. 43 innings, 32 hits. He allowed 3 homers. Walked 15 and struck out 36. Ground ball would do quite nicely here, thank you. Pitch to Santo. Struck him out! He got him on a 1-2 on the inside corner. And there's 2 out for Banks. Ernie has a sac fly. That came in the 3rd. And he's 0 for 2. Humphreys deals. Popped up. Uecker. How to play. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Top the 7th. 3-2 Cardinals. Clemens on 3rd. Williams on 1st. Gets away from Uecker, and everybody moves up 90. We're tied on the wild pitch. That one sailed over Euchre's head. It was a fastball all the way, but no one knew it was going to go. And I believe they crossed up Uecker 2-2. Uecker was thinking low. The pitch went high. Bob will have stories about it. Go Brewers. So Williams on 2nd, 2 out and a 2-2 count. Pitch to Banks. Into center. Flood rides the Schwinn. He'll make the catch. Stretch time. 1 run, 1 no hit. 1 hit, no errors. Cubs and Cardinals tied at 3. So here's Bill White. He's 2 for 3. At 2-run single in the 5th, tied the ball game. This time around, he sends it to left center. Cowan, 1 out. Here's Mike Shannon. He's 2 for 3. Ellsworth can still pitch a while as we go in the bottom of the 7th. To third, Santo over to Banks. 2 out for Javier. It was 0 for 3. Julian's due. Cowan, Bertel, and Rogers for the Cubs in the 8th off of Humphreys. Got him. Ellsworth got him on an 0-2 curve. We go to the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's 3-3. So Cowan is struck out all 3 times. Humphreys' wild pitch allowed the tying run to score in the top of the 7th. And that's how we got here. 3-7-1 for the Cubs. 8 left on, 3-9-1, and 10 left on for the Cardinals. In the left center, back goes Brock. Makes the catch, 1 out. Bertel 0 for 2 with a walk. Humphreys, regardless of how he does this inning, will bat second. And the Cardinals, of course, in a tie game, will pinch hit for him. In the center field, Flood, 2 out. Brings up Andre Rogers, who's 1 for 3 with a double. So Euchre, pitcher spot, and Flood. We might do a double switchy here and put Mr. McCarver in. Brock, if anybody, should reach. Line drive to Grote. Makes the catch to retire the side. So Grote left, knew what to do, and made the catch. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 8th, 3-3 the score. And so here's Mr. Euchre. Bob is 0 for 3 with a run scored. Ellsworth. Ball 4. So Euchre does his job. He reaches. Double switch coming. McCarver hit 3 lefties at a 315 clip. Tim at 288. 9 homers and 52 RBI. I guess Johnny Keane didn't believe in personal catchers in '64 because McCarver was not only Gibson's personal catcher. I'm surprised that Gibson didn't scared anyone off, but McCarver would, when he went to Philadelphia, become Steve Carlton's personal catcher. McCarver popped up. Bertel to the screen. No. Of course, McCarver being a lefty, with a lefty on the mound, even with Euchre, you play the percentages, I guess. So it's an 0-2 count to Tim. Of course, also day game after a night game. McCarver to short. Rogers only play is to first. Banks is on the bag. McCarver's retired, and Euchre again is on second. 1 out for Flood. So Ellsworth threw 36 batters, 7 1/3 innings, 120 pitches, 9 hits, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Flood 2 for 4. He singled twice and drove in a run. For the second time in this ballgame, Euchre is the go-ahead run. Pitch to Flood in the shallow right. Clemens is there. Euchre will hold, and there's 2 out for Brock, who has struck out 3 times and been hit by a pitch. So Euchre, again on second, the go-ahead run. Brock hit .348 with the Cardinals, 21 doubles, 9 triples, and 12 homers. He drove in 44. He stole 33. But he did strike out a lot, 87 times in 419 at-bats. Pitch to Brock is a fly ball to right center. That won't be helped at all. Clemens is there, and that will retire the side. We go to the 9th. It's Chicago 3, the Cardinals 3. So Bobby Shantz, 38 years old, former lefty, well, lefty always, but former hurler for the Philadelphia Athletics. 1-3 in 64 for the Cardinals, with an ERA of 3.18. 16 games. He's a knuckler and a ground ball plus. So when he does throw the fastball, it's at 88. And I'm sure McCarver's thrilled having to catch the knuckler. 17 innings for Bobby, 23 hits, 2 home runs allowed, 7 walks, and 18 strikeouts. Ellsworth will be pinch hit for by Ron Campbell. That picture taken at Shea. Campbell at 272. A homer and 10 RBI. Shantz has to pitch to Campbell. And that's right back up to Bobby. Throws it to first. White on the bag. 1 out. So in the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Grote, Boyer, and White. Amalfitano 1 for 3. Joey has singled, scored, and struck out. Shantz deals. Ground ball to Grote. Long throw to first. 2 out. And now Clemens, the lefty. Let's see if the Cubs with a full bench will go to it. Doug 1 for 3. He has scored 2 of the 3 Cubby runs. Has singled and walked. He stays in the game, and Shantz got him. Swung on and missed, and that will be strike 3. New pitcher for the Cubs is Lindy Mcdaniel, who used to pitch for the Cardinals. Lindy the fireman, 63 appearances for the Cubbies in 64. 1-7 with 15 saves and an ERA of 3.88. Fastball pitcher at 87 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Pitcher is different from picture. Anyway, McDaniel, 95 innings, 104 hits, 4 homers. He walked 23 and struck out 71. So cardiac time here at Sportsman's Park. Grote 2 for 4 with a run scored. That's 2 singles. And here's a ground ball right side base hit. Grote rounds first and gets back there for Boyer, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. 3 runs, 7 hits, an error for the Cubs, and 8 left on. For the Cardinals, St. Louis is 3 runs, 10 hits, and an error, and they've left 11 on. Pitch to Boyer. Center field, Cowan will come in and make the catch. Grote goes back to first, 1 out. And that'll bring up White. Shannon on deck. White's 2-run single in the 5th, knotted this game at 2. He's 2 for 4. McDaniel, left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Grote will hold at second. And the Cardinals have the winning run on scoring position. And White can sit in an Adirondack chair at first for Mike Shannon. Shannon is 2 for 4. Has singled twice. McDaniel in a world of hurt here in the 9th. Delivers. Shannon struck him out. 2 out. A 1-2 looking. And Shannon just shakes the head. Don't say that 3 times fast. So it's up to Julian Javier to win this in regulation. If we go to the 10th, Williams, Santo, and Banks, we'll see. Chance would at least get Williams. Pitch to Javier. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. So, McDaniel does his job. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 10th. It's 3-3. So, Billy Williams, 2 for 4. A single twice. Shantz, probably last batter anyway. Struck him out. Struck him out. A 1-2 looking, and that's how the inning starts. So Shantz says, yeah, I want Santo. And Johnny Keane says, okay. Santo is 2 for 4. Has struck out twice, and driven in a run. Those 2 hits, by the way, were singles. Pitch to Santo. There's a ground ball left side base hit. So Shantz will come out. And he bangs at the plate. And old Cubby friend Glenn Hobby comes in. It's like an old home week here. Hobby, 1-2 with a save. Did he come over in the trade for Brolio? A 4.30 ERA, 13 games, 5 starts, 1 complete game. Fastball pitcher at 85 and a ground ball plus pitcher. 44 innings, 41 hits, 4 home runs allowed. He's walked 15 and struck out 18. Pitch to Banks. Ground ball to Grote. Might be 2. Javier for 1. Over to White. Do they turn it? Yes, they do. And so, we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. No runs, a hit, and no errors. After 9.5, 3-3. So Hobby will pinch hit. Will be pinch hit 4. Why, look, the Cardinals have Doug Clemens as well. That must have been part of the trade. Who can hit a righty? Phil Galliano. At 259, a homer and 9 RBI. So Galliano, McCarver, and Flood. And if anybody should reach, that man Brock. It's still 94. The wind's blowing out to right at 27. It feels like Hanovan out there. They're giving away omelets. Pitch to Galliano. Base hit right side. Clemens will pick it up, and the winning run is on for McCarver. Tim is 0 for 1. Came in the game late. Galliano is picked off. So McDaniel, oh yeah, you're going to do that to me? Fine. So they got Galliano leaning, and he'll bring up McCarver again. Now he'll pitch to McCarver, and Tim up the middle. That's a base hit past Amalfitano. So 1 out, single for Flood, and Brock on deck. Flood is 2 for 5. He has singled twice and driven in a run. 3-3 to score, bottom of the 10th inning. Cubs and Cardinals on a Lou Brock tribute game at Sportsman's Park. Here's the pitch. Flood, base hit, left field. Williams will play it off the wall. McCarver will hold, and now Brock has a chance to walk this one off. McCarver on second, Flood on first. Brock is overdue. He has struck out 3 times and is 0 for 4. McDaniel trying to bear down here on a hot day in St. Louis. Pitch to Lou. Struck him out. That's 4 times. And no way is right. 1-2 breaking ball. She looked at strike 3, and it'll bring up Grote with 2 out. Cowan, Bertel, and Rogers. If we go to the 11th, Grote is 3 for 5 with a run scored and 3 singles. Pitch to Dick. There's a pop-up center field. Cowan will go back for it, and the band plays on. No runs, 3 hits. The Cardinals leave 2 after 10. 3-3. So Barney Schultz comes in. Barney also at the end of his career. Came over on August 1st, so 30 relief appearances, and he's only been here about a week. He went 1-3 with 14 saves and an ERA of 1.65. He is a knuckler. And is a ground ball plus or a ground ball extreme pitcher. Boyer, White, and Shannon for the Cardinals in the 11th. Cowan is 0 for 4. He has struck out 3 times. To short, Grote behind the bag, over to first, 1 out. Bertel, long afternoon in the Wolves. They weren't playing in polyester in 64. Bertel is 0 for 3 with a walk. And Leo Burke will pinch hit. Leo at 262, a homer and 14 RBI, and used to play for the Cardinals. There's a ground ball to Javier. Behind the bag. Makes the stop. Over to first. 2 out. Nice play. And now I'll bring up Andre Rogers, who's 1 for 4. So Schultz probably going to go 2 here. Rogers pops it up. McCarver to the screen. No. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Grote over to White. Rogers can run. Meddy's on. It's a bad throw. White had to leave the bag. He stopped it. Pirouetted around, but Rogers already had it. So 2 out for McDaniel's spot. I can't imagine Lindy's going to hit here. Len Gabrielson with the Dodger helmet on at 246, 5 homers and 23 RBI. So Rogers on first, 2 out. Schultz to face Gabrielson. Line drive. Javier makes a diving play. Quick throw to Grote, and that's the side. And so how about that? And how about who we got pitching? Bobby Shantz says, well, I can pitch for both teams, can I? Hey, it's a what-if game. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning. It's 3-3. So Shantz was only here about 2 months. 0-1 with a save and 20 appearances and an ERA of 5.73. Bobby was the MVP of the American League in 1952. 11 innings with the Cubs, 15 hits, 2 homers, 5 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Boyer, White, and Shannon as the Cardinals trying to salt this one away. 3-3, bottom of the 11th. Up the middle, a base hit. Cowan will pick it up. Boyer will hold it first. And the Cardinals have the winning run on for Bill White, who is 3 for 5. His 2-run single in the 5th tied the ball game. Boyer's gonna go. The throw from Lou Burke down to Rogers, not in time. Leo Burke, I'm sorry, not really a catcher. Oh, he did. He actually caught 1 game. First base is a utility player. So the winning run is on for White, nobody out. You got to figure that Shantz is going to throw 4 wide ones here to Bill. Or pitch into right center. Cowan will go over, make the catch. Boyer will going to run. Going to go to third to throw to Santo, not in time. So everybody playing in for Shannon, who's 2 for 5. But you got to figure they should be walking Shannon to face Javier. Bottom of the 11th, 3-3 the score, 1 out. The pitch to Shannon. Fly ball, shallow left. That won't score anybody. Williams will have it. Boyer's going to tag and try it. Williams will throw home. Burke! No, sir! Cardinals win! So a sac fly in the 11th wins the ball game. Mike Shannon walks it off with a fly ball to left. Kenny Boyer tagging and scoring all the way, and that's it. The Cardinals will win this one. Shantz didn't beat Shantz. Schultz beat Shantz. Bob Gibson, 6 in the third. He was pretty much done. 6 in the 3rd innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 8. Schultz gets the win, a 4-batter 11th. Shantz takes the loss. And Ellsworth, 8 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. And despite striking out 4 times, Lou Brock is our digital dice player of the game. Lou had been ill for a while and just left everybody he knew with smiles. 3,000 hits, second place in the all-time stolen base list, and a Cardinal through and through. Thank you, Lou. Godspeed to you and to your family. And we'll talk to you the next time. Have a good day, everybody.